Well, everyone, it is Sunday, January the 12th, 2025. I am Doug. It's time. It's connections time. Let's see what we've got on the board today. All right. Okay, that looks interesting. Today, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by something on the board. I think you probably all know what it's going to be. Comets, invention, coin toss, defender, court, asteroids, fairy tale, dress coat, fiction, romance, Sonic the Hedgehog in that box, centipede, charm, fantasy, breakout, and pursue. So this is an interesting one, right? So there are, let's see here, 4 titles of classic 80s arcade games: Asteroids, Breakout, Centipede, and Defender. However, we also have Sonic the Hedgehog. So something's going on here, right? Something's going on. So I'm not going to just jump right into that because I think there's some shenanigans going on here. Now, what I also see here is fiction, romance, fantasy, and possibly fairy tale. Possibly looking at, I want to say like sections in a bookstore or library, but I feel like fantasy and fairy tale might be, no, they don't necessarily overlap, right? Because let's say, I would suggest like maybe Lord of the Rings would say fantasy, but I wouldn't call Lord of the Rings a fairy tale. If you would call Lord of the Rings fairy tale, I don't tell you. So I think they would be distinct types of literature. So sections in a bookstore or a library. No, and one away. Oh, this is going to be one of those kind of puzzles today. This is going to be one of those kind of puzzles. Okay. All right. Interesting. A breakout, like a something that is exceptional, right? A coin toss, like a gamble, a coin toss would be something at a football game, something at a sporting event. I don't know. I'm going to hold off on that as well. Centipede could be something with 100 of something. No, don't think so. Sonic the Hedgehog might be referring to the movie. That's also a possibility. Comets. Asteroids, celestial bodies, possibly. I don't see other celestial bodies, so that's another thing that probably isn't going to be there. To charm someone, to romance someone, to court someone, to pursue someone. So that would be a case of, what's the word I'm looking for? To woo someone. To woo. Oh, there we go. Green. Woo. Thank you. Thank you, Nature Boy. All right. So that also takes the romance category out of perhaps the idea with the books. So that's a thing, right? Invention. Oh, what about this, though? Fairy tale, invention, fiction, and fantasy. Maybe that was the one away for the book types. Instead of romance, it was invention, because those are sections of a bookstore or a library. Is that what we were looking for? Fabrication. Oh, I don't get the point there. I was thinking specifically types of literature, but I missed that. A fairy tale is a fantasy, a fiction, invention, all fabrications. I was thinking strictly, and you know what it was? Okay, so I see fiction and romance and fantasy, and I'm like, I admit, I enjoy from time to time going into the bookstores, and so you see all these sections. They got me. They got me good. I'm not giving myself the point on that one. That wouldn't be right, but that's cool. That's all good. So now we have, interestingly, we still have Centipede Defender, Asteroids, and Breakout. I mean, classic arcade games, maybe. I still have 3 guesses. I feel like this is a red herring, but I'll give it a shot. Are these classic 80s arcade games? I mean, they are, but is that what they're looking for? Classic Atari games. Okay. So here's the thing. Okay, hold on. I'm going to the full screen here. I'm going to issue a gentle correction to the New York Times. That is actually incorrect. The classic game Defender was made and programmed and distributed by Williams Electronics, not Atari. Atari licensed the rights to the classic arcade Defender to be brought home onto the Atari console, but it is not an Atari game. The more you know. All right. I'm going to get banned by the New York Times for ever playing these games again. Anywho, let's get back to the purple. Coin toss, dress coat, comets, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Things that go fast, things that are things that jump, things that flip, dress coat. What does dress coat and Sonic the Hedgehog have in common? That's interesting, right? Sonic the Hedgehog blue, goes fast, like leaves flames behind like comets. A coin toss and dress coat don't have any of those characteristics. Are they going to suggest that these? Are you suggest that these are names of Sega Genesis games? I used to go and fire up dress coat for Sega Genesis when I was a kid. Goodness gracious, Sonic the Hedgehog. Dress coat, coin toss, and comets. I mean, coin toss. So Sonic the Hedgehog drops coins when he gets hit in the game. I don't know about how a dress coat might relate to Sonic the Hedgehog. Comets, things in the sky. That's such a weird grouping of words. It's not wordplay. It's not movie titles, because I know there were Sonic the Hedgehog movies. Certainly not video game titles. Trust me, I know that there's no video game called Dress Coat. Promise you that. So it's not like works of fiction, not wordplay. Obviously, they're not synonyms. They're not homophones. They don't have like a behavior, like a color, a shape of something. Certainly not phrases. Wow, I don't know what the heck to do with this one. I'm gonna put myself on the clock here. I don't know. Coin toss. Coin's part of an arcade game. Sonic was a home game, not an arcade game. Comets. There's a pinball machine named Comet, but that doesn't matter. Dress coat. I have no idea on this one. All right, I am going to wave the white flag on this one. I'm gonna humbly say I give up. Please let me know. I'm gonna take 2 points with a clarification. So maybe it's like 2.5 points. What the heck is going on here? Things featuring tails. All right, this is going to require a little explanation for those who are not in the video game folks. Coin toss, obviously heads or tails. A comet has a tail. A dress coat has a tail on the back. And if you're not familiar with Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog's sidekick, the Robin to Sonic's Batman, if you will, is a character called Tails. Things featuring tails. Wow. Hats off. I hope I don't get in trouble for correcting the times. They actually technically got this one wrong. But I mean, you know, look, I have a video game channel on YouTube, so I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, thanks for watching. This was a truly pleasurable Connections, even though I only got 2 points. I'm giving myself a bonus half point for correcting the times. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow with some more corrections. Connections.